Yeah, hi everybody, it's Peter from Prado Places Oz. Today I'm going to be road testing a cheap drawer system that I've just purchased. It's a King's and it's a Titan double rear drawer. I think they are supposed to be fitted, you're supposed to take out the third row of seats on the floor. I'm going to try to fit them though without actually taking out the third row of seats. Because I may need the full space in the car. I don't know if this is feasible, so I'm just going to experiment, see how it works, but that's my plan. So this is what I've actually purchased. It's 900mm double Titan rear drawer system. It's a King's one. They are pretty cheap, certainly cheaper than any other drawer system I've seen. I'm going to take them out and have a look at whether I can install them without taking out my third row of seats. Okay, so I've just opened up the packaging and this is what they look like. There's a warning sign here saying that the drawers are not secure. I've just unlocked them and I'm going to pull these drawers out so I can get everything out the box a little bit easier. Okay, so I've lifted out the two drawers, as you can see there. You know, I guess you get what you pay for with these sort of things. You can pay $2,000 for a set of drawers. I can't afford that. So doing the budget option. Okay, I've had to cut away the rear of the packaging here because I'm doing this on my own, just so that I can actually get these out of the box and hopefully lift them into the back of the car, see what they look like. I'm just going to lower those down so you can see them flat. Okay, so that's what they actually look like. I've got the tie down points on them. This left hand side's actually got a fridge slide, which will be useful for the future when I get a fridge, but I don't have one at the moment. So I'm now going to see if I can lift these up by myself into the car. Okay, so I was able to lift these up by myself, the carcass into the Prado. At the moment I've got the second row of seats down. I'm going to go and put that up in a minute. I think ideally I need to buy the wing kits, but I can probably use this space anyway to put odds and ends in, so I'm not that fussed about the aesthetics of it. It's more the practicality, but yeah, it looks okay. It's going to serve my needs, I think. Okay, so I've now put up the second row of seats, as you can see there, and I'm just going to push this back as far as it'll go. Do I need to tie these down? Well, I guess probably yes. There are some tie down points in the Prado, and I might actually utilize those just to strap it down. But I got to tell you, this is pretty heavy. It ain't going to go anywhere, and I'm pretty certain that once I put stuff in these drawers, it's not going to move. Okay, now the really fiddly part of the installation is installing the bumper stops. So these stop the drawers actually sliding out. And there's a couple of holes at the back of each drawer on both sides that look like this. Okay, so these are the actual bumper stops. They look like this. There's a little buffer on the end there. And what you have to do is these have to be screwed on here like this. Now, if you were doing it from the outside like this, it would be really simple, but you've got to do it from the inside because otherwise you can't put the drawer in. So you've got to get the drawer 2/3 in, locate the screw holes which are in the felt on that side, somehow hold this in place while the drawer is in and there's very little space, and then screw in the Allen key. Okay, so one side of this drawer system has a fridge slide, which is this left-hand side, or the right as you're looking from the back here. So to install the bump stops on this side is a little bit easier because you can just slide the fridge slide forward. But if you look down there, there are the bump stops, and they are really, really hard to get in. That's taken me probably half an hour to get these two in. Quite tricky, but it does stop the drawer sliding out at the bottom, which is the main thing. And these are the two screws that hold the bump stops in from the inside of the drawer. So you can see they're right up in the corner, and it's really fiddly to get those two in. managed to do it, but a lot of buggering around. Now on the right hand side drawer, or as you're looking at it on the left hand side, because I'm at the back behind the drawer, because this panel is fixed, you've got to take out these hex head screws, and there's 8 of those. So you've got to take all those out to release this floor panel. Then put the drawer in as I did before, and then try to attach the bump stop. So I'm going to do that now. Yeah, so you get an Allen key and you just take these 8 little screws out. They look like that when they come out. They're not actually screwed in that tight, to be honest. Probably because they know that you're going to have to take them out, I guess. So there's 8 of these. Take them out, releases this floor panel. You can put the drawer in and then try to attach the fiddly bump stops again. What I've been doing is putting my garbage bin at the end of the car to stop the drawer sliding out while I'm doing this. So you've also got to take out, I've just found these anchor points, because they're also screwed to the frame as well. So there's 4 screws in each anchor point, and they've got to come out as well. Okay, so I've now moved the 8 screws that secured the top and the 16 screws that secured the 4 mounting points, and this, as you can see, now lifts off the frame, so that's good. Okay, so after a little bit of fiddling around, got the bump stops in on the right hand drawer now as well. Quite fiddly to get in, that would be my only comment. But now when you let the drawer slide, it doesn't pull out, so that's actually really good. So quite happy with that. I am actually going to put a tie down on this rear end. I'm probably going to just use a really long cable tie initially, but I will probably buy some self-tapping screws and actually fit it into the back of that panel with a self-tapper and a washer. So now it's just a case of replacing all these panels that I had to take out to get the top off. So the lockdown panels, there's 4 of them, and then the 8 bolts. So we get that done now. So now it's just a case of tightening all these down. Using the impact driver here, a lot easier. Just tighten these up and then we're away. So now I'm just going to go around the other side and tighten these up. So there we go, it's finished. Put the bump stops in. Really need some wing kits, but I'm not really bothered about that. I can use that space up the side. So yeah, pretty happy. Drawers don't slide out now. Fridge stop, fridge tray, all slides out. I am going to put a self-tapper in the back there just to hold that down in a couple of places, stop it moving, and I can just screw in to the back of the seat back there, which is plywood, so that'll work okay. Okay, so just put in a bit of my junk in there now. I've got my tyre patcher, my toolkit, hats and coat and odds and ends there. First aid kit and umbrella down the side there. Second first aid kit down there. And my air pumps in here. So yeah, I haven't filled it all up yet. Plenty of space though. So normally the stuff that is in these drawers now normally sits in a plastic tub up on here. So I've obviously freed up the plastic tub that I had with all the stuff on here, and I can use the plastic tub now for the camping stuff, which we just throw in if we go away. All good. So because I don't currently have a fridge or anything to go on the slide or a dual battery system at the moment, that's all stuff for the future. I've just put my universal mat in there, just trimmed it up a bit to size, and it just covers all those over, so I've got a bit of a non-slip surface in the back. What I probably will do though is to get a cargo barrier. You can get a cargo barrier that fits between the handles, the grab handles up there, and the seat backs on the Prado. And I think because I've raised the floor level up, I probably will put a cargo barrier in just for safety. Okay. That was extremely hot work, getting all that done. It's a hot day here and I was doing it in the garage, so sweating a bit. There's probably going to be people telling me I haven't installed this the right way. I am aware of that. I am aware you're supposed to take out the third row of seats and reduce the weight, obviously. So I've added a lot of weight to the car. I appreciate that. But the way I've installed it at the moment suits me. When I get a dual battery and a fridge, I may actually change the installation. But that's all in the future at the moment. It's a cost issue, which quite expensive to do that at the moment. So hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it helps a few people putting in those bumper stops, because they're the trickiest part of the whole install. Everything else comes built, but the bumper stops are quite tricky to put in. So they took me quite a while, to be honest. And I've got a few bruised knuckles because some of that metal inside is really sharp. Anyway, guys, hope you liked the video. Please subscribe. Please give a like and help support the channel. Thank you very much. See you.